You troubled by strange things in the night? Have you experienced a feeling of dread or dead in the attic? Have you or your family ever seen a ghoul or a ghost? If the answer is yes, pick up the phone and call Ghostbusters. I'm ready to believe you. Hey guys, welcome to another video. Happy New Year. It's a brand new year, 2020. I'm so excited about this year. 2020 is going to be a massive year for blockbuster movies. Just a few to mention. We've got A Quiet Place 2 due out soon. We've got Top Gun Maverick. And in the summer, we've also got Ghostbusters Afterlife, which is what I'll be talking about next. Please stay tuned because I will be talking about Ghostbusters, how it all started, taking us right up to the present day and where we are now. Ghostbusters Afterlife. It's the latest movie from the movie franchise. The movie stars Finn Wolfhard, who is a fantastic young Canadian actor who you would recognise from Stranger Things. The movie also stars Paul Rudd, who is another great actor. I really can't wait for this movie to be released when it's released in the summer. I just got a feeling it's going to be absolutely massive. Now, there's been no ghost sightings for 30 years. The movie is about a young single mum with her two children. They move into a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, which was left to them by their grandfather. The children soon uncover loads of Ghostbusters equipment and they start to find they have a connection with the original Ghostbusters. Now, I wasn't too sure when I first watched this movie because the idea of kids running around catching ghosts I wasn't too sure about. But I've seen this movie trailer now 3 times and I'm just getting excited every time I watch it. One movie springs to mind when I sort of watched this movie, and that was a fantastic movie from the 80s. It was The Goonies, and that was a great film, so I really can't wait for this. Do watch the trailer, guys. The movie is out in summer 2020. Now, I want to take you back to 1984, December 1984, where it all originally started, and try and bring you guys right up to date to where we are now. So, before we head back to 1984, can you do the 5-second subscribe challenge? And that is to subscribe to my channel within 5 seconds. Are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's done, moving on. But before we head back to 1984, I've just got one thing to say about Afterlife to these two guys. I'm very sorry I don't think you're in the Afterlife film, and I'm so sorry I don't think you're in the Afterlife film. So let's head back to December 1984, the original Ghostbusters, where both of these guys are. Okay, so we've rolled back the years. It's now December 1984. This is when we first get to see Ghostbusters for the very first time. This was such a great movie, which makes it such a classic even today. The movie starred Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Sigourney Weaver, Ernie Hudson, and my all-time favourite, the late Harold Ramis, which of course he played Egon Spengler. Back in 1984, the whole world just seemed to go Ghostbusters crazy. It wasn't about the clothing and the merchandise. I remember growing up as a kid playing the Ghostbusters game on the Commodore 64. But you also had that fantastic soundtrack, which of course is the theme, which is still a favourite among today's DJs, which of course is, who you gonna call? Ghostbusters! You didn't just have that, you had Slimer, you had the Marshmallow Man. If you haven't seen it, please get to watch it, it's a fantastic film. Okay, so now we move forward 5 years to December 1989. This is when we first see Ghostbusters 2. This movie was set 5 years after the original film. Also stars the original cast of Ghostbusters. I actually thought this movie was actually better than the first one. Possibly because I went and saw this one at the cinema with some friends for a birthday party. It's about a load of pink horrid slime running under New York City, full of negativity. Basically points to a museum. Now inside this museum there was a crazy guy called Vigo that was in a self-portrait. He needed a baby in order to come out of the portrait and take over the world. This baby, he tried to get baby Oscar, which was Sigourney Weaver's baby in the film. And it's just such a great movie, lots of fun things in there. There was one particular part where ghosts are running all over New York City, but there's some guys, they're at this harbour and the Titanic pulls in. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Okay, so now we fast forward all the way to 2016. It was a very long wait for this film. Ghostbusters Answer the Call was released. I think this is Ghostbusters 3, but it wasn't the best Ghostbusters movie, although there were some funny parts throughout the movie. The movie stars Kate McKinnon, Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, and there was a very funny Chris Hemsworth in the movie. The movie is about Rowan North, who's a character that summons ghosts to bring her down the apocalypse. Sorry. Hello, Ghostbusters. What? You have? Where? Okay, I'll just explain to the viewers and I'll be right over. Thank you. As my colleague who's actually experienced a ghost sighting, we're going to go and see if he's okay now.
He's slimy. Don't tell me there was actual physical contact.
Thanks for watching, you've been amazing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Put your comments below if you have got a favourite Ghostbusters movie. Also, don't forget to catch the trailer on YouTube for Ghostbusters Afterlife. It'll be in cinemas in summer 2020. Until next time, thanks for watching. So, Ghostbusters. About a single mum that moves to an old farmhouse. First time Ghostbusters was released. Okay guys, so we've rolled back the year. It's December 1984, yes. But before we head back to 1984, can you do the 5-second subscribe challenge? Hello guys, you okay? Okay, now we've Ghostbusters Afterlife was released. No, it wasn't Ghostbusters Afterlife.
If you don't get
it. So now we found... That was my colleague who's actually had a contact. No, he hasn't had contact. Head back about Afterlife. Sorry, I don't think you're in Afterlife. And I'm sorry, I don't think you're in Ghostbusters Afterlife. So let's head back to 1984 where both of these guys are in Afterlife. No, they're not.